Are you tired of the same old Passover recipes? The kosher baker dishes succulent size to spice up the holiday. Stay with us.
At 9:29, this Friday marks the start of Passover, which lasts through the 7th of April. And with plenty of meals to celebrate over the course of the holiday, we invited the kosher baker, Paula Scheuer, back with her side dish special ties for your next feast. Welcome.
Happy to be back again.
Thank you so much. So for people that maybe are unfamiliar, what is Passover?
Passover is one of the major Jewish holidays where we celebrate the freedom of the Jewish people. We escaped from Egypt, and we have all these wonderful traditions, many of which are related to food, to celebrate the holiday.
And what are some of the key foods that you see at a Passover meal?
So Passover meal, we always have a Seder plate, and we have parsley and a roasted egg and a shank bone, and each represents a different aspect of the Exodus from Egypt. So like the bitter herbs, the white stuff, the white horseradish is the tears of the slaves in Egypt, but then you have the leaves for springtime, celebrate freedom. Cycle of life is the egg, and then we have this mortar, it's called Haroset, and it's basically like the bricks that the Israelites used to build the pyramids basically in Egypt. And then we also have matzo balls, which is, I brought my variation on that today.
Oh, okay. So, and you're going to show us how to make these?
I'm going to show you that also. I'm going to show you how to make some lighter side dishes.
Okay, because you were saying some lighter side dishes because a lot of the main stuff is pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, growing up, side dishes were always potato or something called kugel, which is like taking vegetables and turning them into cake with salt and eggs and ground matzah.
Okay.
And since we like brisket and turkey, like why not pair them up with something lighter? You know, I'm the kosher baker. I want to make sure people have room for dessert.
Exactly.
So
I
want the lighter, lighter food on my table.
Okay, so what are you going to make for us today?
So today I'm going to make charred cauliflower with an orange vinaigrette. And the best thing about all of these side dishes here, they're served at room temperature. So you make them a day before and you don't have to reheat them. And you have like less work to do.
Oh, so you can actually be present and enjoy yourself.
Exactly. There's so much to do at a Seder meal, especially because so many of us have so many people over. So you start with a head of cauliflower. And quick tip, you know how sometimes you see those little brown spots?
Yeah.
Just kind of shave them off with a vegetable peeler. And then nobody will see them.
That's
so for this recipe, we're going to cut it into steaks. So you're going to cut it down the middle like this.
Okay.
And then trim it off first and wash it. And we do our best to keep the steaks to stay together.
Okay.
And then you're going to put them like on a cookie sheet. And you can either broil these in the oven, or I like to do them on a grill because there's no cleanup.
Even better.
So they have that like smoky taste. And so and then what happens is whenever you're cutting cauliflower, all of us know this, you end up with like all these little crumbs, right? And typically like you would end up with a bunch of crumbs and you're like, well, what am I going to do with that? In this recipe, no, we're not throwing them out. We're using them in our dressing for the cost. So it's repurposing. So you cut these up into little pieces.
Okay.
You chop them up and then you put them into a bowl. And so, and then you're gonna, I know, it's like instead of wasting it, I wanted to repurpose it. And then you're gonna put some orange zest in it as well. Orange zest is great. This is actually a blood orange, so it was really fun when I opened up these oranges.
And they were all red.
Yeah, they're really cool. So we have blood orange juice in here. And then you add some orange juice and some water and oil and garlic. Garlic goes in everything.
I love garlic.
And then you're gonna just mix that up.
And so this is going to...
So this, what happens is, so you basically take your cauliflower, let's get the bigger, and if you have any bigger pieces, you can throw those on the grill too. And then you brush the...
So yummy.
I know, orange zest is great. You can add orange zest or lemon zest to pretty much anything, right?
And so you're just going to brush, this is a little olive oil?
Little olive oil, you brush this, you grill these in the broiler till they're black, and then after it's done, you basically just kind of like drizzle this on top of the finished cauliflower, and then we add fresh basil, and always add herbs at the end so that they stay green.
Okay.
And I have this fun little herb cutter thing here.
Oh, I've never seen one of those.
Isn't that cool? I think I bought this in Israel a couple of years ago, and then and it just makes it into little pieces.
Fantastic. All right, so that's one of your side dishes. Let's move on to another.
So this one is roasted Brussels sprouts and butternut squash with apples in a cinnamon maple vinaigrette. Ooh. And that's great. And if you're serving turkey for a Seder, which some people do, this is great. I serve this on Thanksgiving as well.
Oh.
And then these two recipes are from the Healthy Jewish Kitchen. And then this is my roasted asparagus with a lemon almond gremolata. All you do is roast asparagus for 15 minutes in the oven. Everything here is like roasted, so it's like easy. And then you just toast nuts, add garlic and lemon and olive oil and sprinkle it on top.
And these are going to be great sides to add to your Seder meal. What do you say to someone when it's Passover?
We'll say Chag Sameach in Hebrew, or Happy Passover.
Happy Passover. I'll stick with that. What's the other? How do I say it?
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
You got it.
Chag Sameach.
And then the last thing we have are these are chicken matzo balls, which is my healthy take.
Okay.
Chicken meatballs, healthy take on matzo balls, which is from the new Passover menu cookbook.
Okay.
And basically, you just grind up like boneless chicken with scallions and a little bit of egg, and I use ground almonds. So these are completely gluten-free. So if somebody wants like a gluten-free matzo ball all year round, you could also eat these as meatballs with something else as well. And then you wet your hands and you make balls, and you just poach them in your soup.
That's fantastic.
And another one of my holiday tricks is I'll take like a carrot or zucchini and I'll make little ribbons to decorate my soup, just to like brighten up the bowl and add more vegetables to it.
Well, Paula, thank you so much. Happy Passover to you. And again, all of these recipes are on your website?
Yes, they're on my website. They're going to be on yours as well.
Okay.
And people can go to my website, thekosherbaker.com, for lots more Passover recipes this holiday.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And again, happy Passover.
Thank you so much.